So these are Beginner's Guide to the Tarot from the Spaz Queen. The first thing you're going to want to do is get you a Rider-Waite deck. The Rider-Waite deck is going to really be the basis for all decks that you're going to use going forward, most decks that you're going to use going forward. It is one of the most, if not the most popular tarot deck of all time. My issue, my difficulty when I was learning tarot with the Rider-Waite deck is just that it really lacks cultural competence. I mean, the deck was created in the 1900s, so I mean, there's that. I just couldn't connect to the imagery the way, I could with future decks that I learned. But you still have to learn that deck. You have to learn that deck because it's going to be the basis for the decks that you feel most comfortable with in the future. An example, so this is the Ten of Swords card in the Rider-Waite deck. And this is the Ten of Swords card in the Modern Witches Tarot deck. The Modern Witches Tarot deck is a deck that a lot of people use right now. Very popular deck. Which is, of course, based on the Rider-Waite deck. But as it states, it's more modern in its imagery. For example, there are no masculine figures in this deck. Well, there are no men, I would say, in this deck. There are masculine energies, but there are no men in this deck. And if that works for you, this is a deck that you might want to use. And also, like, the imagery. For example, the Ten of Swords. Swords represent communication in the tarot. And so, as you can see, something ain't going good. So the Ten of Swords deck, the Ten of Swords card is going to let you know that there is an ending, a termination, a complete failure in communication. But if you notice in the Modern Witches Ten of Swords, she has a cell phone in her hand, because cell phones in our day and today represent fast communication. Back then it was swords, as far as like what swords symbolize, like in medieval times. So that's why swords are used in this original Rider-Waite deck, which is based on decks from the 1500s, feudal times, etc. But we done moved forward, moved up. So for example, it's more clear in this deck what we're talking about with her having the cell phone in her hand. This deck is more modern, more fun, more bright. So you may connect more to this deck, and there's nothing wrong with that. But in order to be able to learn this deck, you have to learn this one. So that is my take on the first steps to learning the tarot. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, hit my inbox, send me some comments, and we'll take it from there.